Hello, hello, and welcome. It's LaShonda Henry here, aka Sister Sense. And today, what I'm going to do is walk you through the Build Your Best Business Set Up for Success 5-Day Challenge. Essentially, this is our opportunity as a community to strategically work on your new year and end of year vision too. Lots to share with you. Let's get started. So, to help you grow your digital online business, I wanted to create a space where you could carve out time between the last month of the year and the first month of the year to really get clear about your goals as far as your growth goals, and specifically when it comes to your profits, right? Your revenue, what you want to do to work on increasing your profits, working on your productivity, your progress, and pretty much everything in between. So this 5-day challenge is, again, an opportunity to work on building your best business, thinking about things that you would like to do with your revenue, your annual planning as well. So when it comes to our agenda, creating your personal profit, progress, productivity playbook is what I want us to be able to do. I want to take some time to talk to you about prepping the challenge, because we're just prepping today, okay, around your products, projects, and your profit potential. The Setup for Success 5-Day Challenge is an opportunity, like I said, to carve out at least 5 to 15 minutes to talk about 5 very important aspects of your business. And you could actually do this in one day, okay, to be honest with you, similar to what we're doing today. But if you would you like to break it down into a 5-day experience, that's basically what you can do as well. Now, to get you started in prepping the challenge, whether you do it in 5 days or one day, make sure that you go over to sistersense.com/success, okay? Over on the success page, there are several resources available for you, some prep trainings too. I want you to be able to download the Build Your Best Business Prep Guide, and I'm going to take you inside that guide today, as well as learn more about unlocking the full 5-day Build Your Best Business Setup for Success Challenge, along with the complete Setup for Success annual planning series. So I have quite a few resources, trainings in there to help you work on how you prepare your new year. And I want you to be able to unlock all of these goodies, the good goods, as I like to say, over at sistersense.com/success. Okay? So welcome, welcome once again, whether you're watching me live or on the replay side. As we go through everything that I want to share with you, feel free to either unmute yourself, drop a comment into the chat. After the fact, you can always go over to sistersense.com and send me a voice message, right? Just click the gray tab on the right of the sistersense.com website if you'd like to send me a voice message. And you can always check in with me and our amazing business besties inside the Facebook group over at firestarters.sistersense.com. Want to make sure that you are fire starting your year crystal clear about what you want to do, especially starting from right here. And again, the Facebook group is firestarters.sistersense.com. So now that you know what we're going to do when it comes to our prep session, prepping the 5-day challenge that I want to share with you, let's dive into the 5-point plan, right? There are a lot of things that you can do when it comes to your business. And I find that as an entrepreneur, especially working with a lot of solopreneurs, there are times when you find yourself frustrated because you get to the end of the year and you didn't exactly do all the things that you wanted to do, number one. Or number two, you are excited about going into the new year, but you're not quite clear about what you should prepare, right? So I wanted to create a space where you can feel accomplished by getting started and getting back on track, even if these are things that on your own you've been struggling to do, okay? Clarity and consistency plus accountability too. I want to share all of that with you, pouring into you as part of this experience. So when it comes to building your best business, when it comes to the 5-point plan, there are 5 core areas that we're going to talk about today: solutions, systems, self-publishing, subscriptions, and signups. So we're going to focus on your 5-point plan when it comes to the 5 core areas that you see here, number 1. And then number 2, I basically want to talk to you about how you're going to go from plan to profit, right? One of the things that I've done in the Success Plan series is break down my own results so I can kind of take you behind the curtain and show you how you can mirror the results and the processes that I've put together as a solopreneur to generate revenue online. So when you sign up to the full Success series, I'm going to actually break down the last 90 days and share with you some things that I did to bring in over $30,000 in revenue so that, again, you've got some processes and activities to mirror when it comes to moving forward in your business. So talking about your 5-point plan, your profit potential, and your profit projects, right? What kind of projects you should be working on: starter projects, step-up projects, subscription projects, signature offer projects. These are all things we're going to dive into today. Yay! Now that you kind of know the agenda and the things that I want to share with you as part of this 5-point experience, I'm going to take you over to the document that I've created for you. Let's see if I can find that brain dump document for you real quick. There's actually 2 things that I've put together for this challenge. Number 1, there is the complete 5-day challenge book. It's digital. It's a PDF. Literally, you can print it out and start working right in it. 100 pages of awesome goodness to help you work through, as I like to say, doing something today that your future self will thank you for, okay? So we've got this workbook, and if you unlock the Success Plan and the full 5-day challenge, you can download this workbook instantly, okay? But for free $99, literally, you can get the prep document that I'm about to share with you to get you started, okay? So let's dig into our prep guide today. So if you were to go to sistasense.com/success, you're going to be able to unlock several things, including the full challenge. This is the free prep guide, okay? This is great because it's got some useful links and resources in here for you, along with a free ebook too. It's also, most importantly, an opportunity for you to start to work on prepping the 5 aspects of this process, right? So especially if you plan on working with me on some capacity, being able to work through this document, email it to me, or us sitting down for 30, 60, even 90 minutes working through your best business success plan, these are all things that we can do starting with this document, okay? Now, I am going to first share a little bit about the 5 core areas, and then we're going to dig into each of them in more detail. The first one is solutions, because I want you to think about yourself as a solution creator, right? Entrepreneurs can be many things, but across the board, there is one defining characteristic that is true for all of us. We are all helpers. We are all, in our own way, wanting to help people solve problems, right? And when it comes to the kind of problems that people in general have, things that we are willing to pay for support and help around, there's something called the 3 core desires: health, wealth, and relationship. Sister Sense is all about helping you make sense of making money online, right? So when it comes to 3 core desires, I specialize in wealth, helping people by creating wealth-based solutions, right? So when it comes to the core desires that you think about, that you are obsessed about, that you have built your business around, do you focus on health, wealth, or relationships, right? As an entrepreneur, you should be creating solutions for your audience that help them with the core desire that matters most to you. Okay, so like I said, for me, that core desire is helping people around wealth building activities and solutions. When we talk about solutions as part of this 5-day challenge, this for me is about D&D, defining the current and or the potential solutions you want to develop for your audience, defining what these signature solutions are, and then figuring out how you're going to deliver your signature solutions to your audience. All right? So that's core area number one as part of this process, solutions. Number two, save yourself time, energy, money. My favorite acronym, my favorite definition for systems. Entrepreneurs are always coming to me for mentorship and direction around building their best business, and a lot of them struggle with systems. Now, let me ask you a question because this is very common. When it comes to systems, do you know you need them, but you're not quite sure what they are, or which ones you need in your business? I personally have sat down and thoughtfully identified 21 different types of systems for entrepreneurs, and I want to be able to break them down for you so that you can decide the ones that matter most to you. When I talk about systems, there are two things that we're going to dig into: step up versus startup. Either, number one, if you go through the list of 21 systems, you may, and by the way, you don't have to set them all up today, right? Or even all of them at all. The goal here is either to identify at least 3 systems you want to start up in your business in the next 30 to 90 days, or 3 systems you want to step up, systems that you already have in your business and you want to make them better, you want to improve them, optimize them, review them thoughtfully over the next 30 to 90 days. Those 2 things are the priority when it comes to core area number 2 that I've created for you around systems. Okay? So, next one here that I want to share is self-publishing. As you see, I truly believe that books build businesses, and one of the best things that you can do as an online entrepreneur, especially somebody who's looking to create virtual experiences or digital products, is to get better at creating your own self-published books. And there are lots of different types of books you can produce. I personally like to teach and talk about developing mini books. These are, for me, books that you can produce in anywhere between 3 hours to up to 3 days, usually around 20 to 120 pages. As a matter of fact, this book that you see right here that I created for this challenge, right? I used my formula, my fast method to content creation, and I actually put this book together in 2 days, right? And this is something that you can do too. This book, by the way, is 100 pages, and then there's a small version that's 50 pages. So if you are an infopreneur, somebody who is a coach, a creative, a consultant, and you're looking to be able to share your content with your audience strategically, it's the self-publishing for me, right? So we're going to talk about that core area number 3, how you can do a couple of things with self-publishing, 2 things specifically. Number 1, profit. Number 2, promotion. So basically how you can create these mini books and sell them to make money, just point blank. And then number 2, how you can use your mini books to proactively promote you, right? Your brand, your story, your message, your premium offers, all the things. As a matter of fact, one of the things I love to talk about is how to strategically publish as part of my Print Your Profits series. Not just creating digital products, but print on demand, physical products too. All really cool things that you can do. Another thing we're going to go into as part of this challenge. So again, in this prep conversation, and I'm doing this as a 2-parter, I want you to be able to kind of get a sense, a really solid sense of your online business goals. what you're trying to accomplish. And of all the things that you could possibly do, 5 core areas that should be a top priority for you. Okay? So we have thus far dug into solutions, systems, and self-publishing. Friendly reminder, right? You see this document that I'm sharing here. If you want to download it, this is the prep to the challenge, okay? This is just prepping the challenge, right? You can download this guide and or sign up to the Success series so you can unlock the whole challenge. And again, you can do that over at success.com/success, okay? Just want to make sure that I share that with you today, just to reset the room. So we've gone through the first 3. Next one you see here in number 4 is subscriptions, right? Making one-off sales is great, but making steady sales is better, right? If you're trying to build a sustainable business, you should be focused on MRR, increasing your monthly recurring revenue. And when it comes to that, the one thing that I like to do and talk about is having at least one, or to be honest with you, a couple of solid, simple subscription programs that work for you and work for your ideal customers too. Now, here's the thing about that statement: solid, simple subscriptions. The word that really stands out for me is SIMPLE, simple. I always say to clients, KISS, KISS, keep it seriously simple, because you know what? Anything else, you're not going to do it. You're going to procrastinate, you're going to avoid it, and we want to make sure that you've got systems and subscription offers and self-publishing projects, things that, again, are realistic for you. So, simple, why? Because when you think about a subscription program, what comes to mind for you? Like if you're an entrepreneur, a lot of entrepreneurs go to one of the following 2 things first. Either they think, okay, I want to create a membership website, right? I want to create a membership website, but wait, I'm not very techy, so I'm going to need somebody to help me build the website, and then I want to be able to put a bunch of content on the website, and it becomes this thing, this larger-than-life thing, number 1. Or outside of building a membership subscription-based website, a lot of people think about apps, right? Okay, I want to build out an app, and then people purchase from me, and they sign up to a subscription, and then I can generate consistent revenue. 2 solid things that you can do, however, not simple for the average bear, okay? The average entrepreneur out there. I can do them things with my eyes closed because I'm techie, right? I have a degree in computer science from Columbia University. As a techie girl, it's simple for me, but not for everybody, right? So if you're finding yourself in a place where you're on a tight budget, you have a limited schedule, you don't necessarily know if you have the time to even deliver a lot of content to your audience on a month-by-month basis, there are simple subscriptions that you should be looking into, and that's one of the things that we do as part of this 5-day experience. Just talk about simple subscriptions, either that you have or that you should be thinking about integrating into your business, okay? Your business is my business when it comes to supporting you going into the new year. Next thing that I want to talk about here is, last but not least, signups. Signups. I always say, if you ain't converting, I know you hurting. And in order to effectively convert browsers into buyers in your business, you need 3 things: products, pages, and people. Obviously, you need products to sell, pages people can go to learn about those products, and people to go to the pages, buy the products, so you can make a profit. Generating revenue consistently, there are several things that you can do. Obviously, getting better at systems is one of them. Creating better solutions is another. Getting into self-publishing, one more. And we explore subscriptions, number 4, right? Number 5 is creating your best asset, and that's going to be your list, especially if you're a solopreneur like me and you focus a lot on organic marketing outside of paid ads, outside of social media. your list is going to be your most important asset. And so working on strategically growing your list with quality subscribers is key. Now, you'll see here that when it comes to quality, there are several P's that I share. Number one, you want to think about potential customers. So building your list of qualified leads, potential customers that want to get to know you, get to know what you do, your offers, become a part of your brand universe, basically, right? So potential customers, number one, present customers, number two. When people pay you on some capacity, you want to be able to strategically reactivate those customers, get them to buy again from you, which means that you should be growing your list, not just with prospective potential customers, but making sure you have access to communicate with your present customers, your previous customers, especially when it comes to reactivation, and premium customers and clients, right? Your high-tier customers that want the best high-ticket products, services, experiences from you, okay? So when it comes to you working on, listen, I need to get clear about where I am right now, whether you're at the start of the new year or the end of this year, this is what you need to prepare. You need to work on these 5 core areas that I'm talking about with you today, okay? So just so far, we're literally just scratching the surface because, again, this is a 5-day challenge, and you can do this in one day, or you can give yourself at least 15 minutes a day to really intentionally think about these 5 core areas that I'm talking about with you, okay? So the first thing I wanted to do today to kind of prep you is to break a little bit further down the 5 core areas. Number one, make sure that you can download this document at sistasense.com/success. Number two, and then create a space where we can literally get started with this right now, right? I've got ladies in my circle who have already started this 5-day challenge. And by the way, you're not late, okay? This is not an experience where you go, oh my gosh, it started, I missed day 1 or day 2. This starts when you start, okay? So literally, if you decide today you want to take some time to work on these 5 core areas, this is when your challenge begins. Start today, activate today in some way. Now, outside of me taking time in this particular document to break down these 5 core areas with you today, I also wanted to be able to create a space for you to take notes, to think about questions you have, challenges that either previously or may come up for you, ideas that come out of you as we talk about these areas today, and your goals, okay? So there's quite a bit that you can do with this guide. And of course, as you're coming up with ideas, I also wanted to create a space where you can think about any profit projects that make sense to you. Like maybe you go, ooh, I want to write an ebook, or I want to create a course or a class. And you can do that by just kind of making note of your ideas here. Now, friendly reminder, this 5-day challenge is a part of my Sister Sense Success series, and the Success series has quite a few things in there. One of the things that I decided to share was my Write the Book challenge, right? That's a BOGO, okay? Buy one, get one, right? This is a 5-day challenge here, but I also want to share a 5-day challenge that's going to help you write a book if you want to start to work on sharing your solutions with your audience. So, hey, Tasha, I see my girl Tasha is in the building. Welcome, welcome. Tasha was one of the amazing entrepreneurs that are in my circle who participated in the 5-day challenge and actually won the contest, because I had a contest where I said, listen, if you work on your book as part of this 5-day challenge, be among the first 10 people to complete it this week and win some good goods, right? And Tasha was among one of the awesome ladies that did the challenge, and I wanted to make sure that you had that too, especially if creating solutions and being able to deliver your solutions in the form of a book or get into self-publishing is something that you want to do, okay? So with that being said, what I'm going to do is get you into the right headspace for these 5 core areas, and then we're going to do part 2 a little bit later today, right? That's going to give you an opportunity to start to prep, to go over to sistasense.com/success to unlock all of the parts to this process, and then come back and check in with me, okay, plus the community. So let's do it. Let's move forward with these 5 parts. I'm actually going to cheat here. I like to cheat just a little bit. And then I'm going to fill these in. We're going to start filling them out now, but I'm going to fill this in even more later. So I'm going to put number 1, solutions. And then number 2 is systems. Now, friendly reminder, as I'm doing this, you could actually go over to sistasense.com/success so that you can download this document if you haven't already done so, or you can unlock the full success plan if that is something you want as well, okay? It's also worth mentioning that even though this is a 4, or sorry, I'm putting in number 4, so I said 4. Even though this is a 5-day experience, I wanted to be able to continue this experience with you. So if you want to work on all these parts over the course of 1 year, I would say give yourself the gift of a year and upgrade to the Insider Circle so that we can work on these 5 key parts as part of the Insider Circle experience, right? I'll talk to you a little bit about that 12-month program later, but let's focus on this right here for today, okay? All right, solutions. When I talk about that, I said to you, when it comes to this, you want to D and D. Define and deliver signature solutions to your ideal customers/clients. That is what this first conversation is about, okay? So literally, at minimum 5 to 15 minutes to think about this, and then I like to say build on what you've built, right? So as we're prepping this conversation, thinking about what solutions do you have versus what solutions do you want to create. Now, let me say this. It's worth mentioning that for each of these core 5 areas, I have a set of questions that will help you figure this stuff out, right? We're going to talk a little bit about each of these today, okay? We're just prepping. But if you want to go through the full 5-day challenge, it's self-paced, it includes audios, and each of these areas has a wealth of questions for you to explore. So I'm your content coach, I'm your business bestie, and I want you to be able to create your own personalized playbook with me, but on a time schedule that makes sense to you. So if you, as a matter of fact, if I were to take you over to this workbook, right? This is the 5-day challenge workbook. Number one thing you will see is that you have a page where you can literally click each part of this challenge and listen to audios. So I can kind of privately talk to you one-on-one. And then you can privately talk to me back, by the way, right? Some of my clients have one-on-one calls with me. I think Tasha and I were on a call either a week or 2 ago, right? I feel like. But outside of you having private one-on-one calls with me, you could also send me a voice message or send me an email. So as you're going through the challenge, whether it's email, voice message, private call, Facebook group, you can get direct access to me, okay? That's so important. Outside of these audios, as you go through the challenge, You'll have insight into what you need to do. So the audio series, that's your private podcast, right? You'll have access into what you need to do to move forward. So let's see here. Chapter 4 is on solutions. And then when we talk about setting yourself up for success and the kind of solutions that you have, you're going to see that each section has a series of questions for you to go through. So let's talk about solutions and then get back into the doc. I want you to think about what kind of information you want to give your people. Again, that's defining the information and then how you're going to deliver it, right? Now, I have something called my ABCs to content creation. 1A would be audio, right? Another A would be affiliate marketing, right? If you got some resources you like, but you haven't originally created them, you can share other people's stuff, right? And generate revenue. That's another conversation for another day, okay? But there are several A's, B's, and C's. When it comes to sharing your solutions, I love creating audio content, books, things like classes, courses, challenges. These are just a few that you can think about, right, as far as delivering that signature solution to your audience. So I'm going to go back over to my guide here so that, number one, again, I'm just asking you, what solutions do you have versus what solutions you want to create? There are more questions for you in this and the other 4 areas of the core 5 as part of this challenge. So let me give you an example SistaSense solution. An example SistaSense solution that I have created is my Fresh Start Accelerator program. Okay? So I'm defining it. Let me tell you what the Fresh Start Accelerator program is. I created my Fresh Start as a 12-week experience so that I could help my clients create low-ticket digital products, right? I launched Fresh Start last year, 12-week program. We're going to create, I call them $7 solutions, low-ticket offers. So last year we did $7 solutions. This year for 12 weeks we focused on minis, mini bite-sized digital products. Mini products that are easy for you to create, easy for your audience to consume. I launched the accelerator because I love creating minis, but I love creating megas. Megas are high-ticket offers. So I said to several amazing women in my circle, do you want to create a high-ticket $1,000 evergreen digital product? They said yes. They signed up to the accelerator, okay? So I've got 12 ladies in my accelerator right now, and 2 ladies who are interested in signing up and kicking off the new year with me. The accelerator is at minimum 4 months and maximum 12 months, and we're literally kicking off the new year. So some of the ladies already started with me, I want to say 2 or 3 months ago, and I want to give an opportunity to a few ladies who've reached out to me personally, and that's it. It's closed technically, but there are 2 ladies who said, LaShonda, I need to be in, and I want to start in January. So capping it at 14 is what I did. But anyway, I say that to say, one problem, one solution, clear definition, clear results. The solution that I've created is a premium product PDF. And essentially, what I'm helping my clients do is take their best products and put them into this premium PDF. It kind of looks like a membership website, but it's not. This beautiful PDF, and they can create a $1,000 digital product they can deliver to their audience, okay? So when you're thinking about where you're trying to go in your business, it doesn't necessarily have to be starting off with a 1K offer, but thinking about the kind of solutions you want to offer to your audience, for me, is key. So first, I'm sure you're going to ask, because I'm a visual girl, I always love to share, the premium PDF offer, what it looks like. Let me show you that real quick. All right. So it kind of looks like a membership website, but it's a PDF. It's premium, so that my clients can have sections where they showcase maybe their virtual classes, their audio content. There's an audio section, which I absolutely love. They can showcase books, their magazines. They can put together, we're doing a challenge right now, right? They can showcase a challenge that they've put together. They can have a section for downloading their digital content, their assets, their resources, even a section where they highlight maybe they had a summit with multiple speakers and being able to highlight that content in here. There are 6 sections inside of this premium PDF, and I am putting it together for my clients. So either we're working together on their 1K offer over the course of 4 months or 12 months, and every month we're working on making their offer bigger and better. So far, I've helped my clients create mock-ups. They're absolutely beautiful. I want to show them to you, but I want to take up too much time, so I might show them to you guys later. Anywho, the point being, I said, I know that when it comes to creating digital products, a lot of people need help. So I wanted to help by initially last year creating the Fresh Start program, period, to help people create low-ticket digital products. And this year, I wanted to work on high-ticket digital products, which is why I developed the Accelerator. Identify a specific solution that your people want to work on, okay? That is what I want you to be able to do. And taking more time to do that, I've got more questions for you, but that's in the full challenge. This is just one question to get you started, okay? The full challenge has that 100-page workbook, and there are tons of questions for you to think about, things for you to consider for each of these 5 core areas, okay? Now, that's my solution, helping them with low-ticket and high-ticket digital products. I'm delivering them the solution in several ways. Define my program and purpose. Define my product and purpose. Help clients create low ticket and high ticket digital products, and then define or delivery. Delivery options. And in this case, I have a 12-week program plus a 12-month program, right? And then I also have digital product templates, including the premium PDF offer with personalized setup support. Done for you and done with you setup support. So what am I doing right now? I'm basically walking you through some of the things that I had to do to get better at building this offer, right? Just simply defining what the offer is, who it's for, and then how I'm going to deliver it. I deliver my Fresh Start program as part of a virtual experience, so clients can get on virtual webinars with me. They can get on one-on-one calls and work with me privately, and I can help them set up their digital low or high ticket offers. Define and deliver, D&D, okay? Now, that's solutions. The next one here is systems. And what I'm going to do is, because I want to create this experience for you that's divided into 2 parts, I'm going to talk a little bit about systems and self-publishing, and then we're going to pause for today. Okay, well, not just for today, because literally later today I'm going to do part 2, but I just kind of want to get you started in the prep process, if that's okay. So the next one here is systems. Save yourself time, energy, money, and that is the systems acronym. That is such a great definition of what you should be thinking about when it comes to systems, right? Question for you, prep process. What systems do you have or do you need, right? Right? What can you set up? What can you step up? Oh, let me do this. Set up versus step up. So let's go over to systems real quick, right? All right, so chapter 5 is all about systems, right? And each of these, again, has a series of questions for you to reflect on, right? One of the things that I did was share an extensive list of systems. There are 21 that I've identified for digital entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and my goal is that you can basically rate each one from a scale of 0 to 5 with respect to your business. 0 being least important, 5 being most important. So you can figure out which systems you need to either set up or the ones that you have that you need to step up and elevate so they work better for you. Okay? By the way, side note, every month in my Insider Circle, we are going to be working on optimizing your systems. So if you're not in my Insider Circle program, I highly recommend that you join, especially if you want to work with me privately to get one-on-one direct support around these 5 core areas, okay? Now, side note, just wanted to share that. Let's talk about some of these systems here. Now, this, again, is a meaty guide. This is the mini version, which is 50 pages, and then when you sign up, you'll get the full version at 100 pages. Let me say this. This 5-day challenge is currently an exclusive bonus to the Sister Sense Success Experience. Either you could just sign up for the Sister Sense Success Series and create your plan, or you can unlock the Success Series as part of the 12-month program. It's up to you. But again, instant access to this content. So if you wanted to start the challenge, you could literally start today. But if in addition to the challenge, you wanted to work with me over the course of 12 months as part of the Insider Circle, that option is available to you too. Because again, this includes 21 essential systems. You don't necessarily need all of them, so the goal is to identify the ones that are important to you. But if you find that you start things and you struggle to continue them, I want to work with you over the course of 12 months so we can work on making these things better. So let me ask you, just because we're prepping right now, right? There's a list of 21. Let's start with these. Do you need a content creation system so you can get better at creating content? I said to you, I literally wrote this 5-day challenge 100-day book over the course of less than 3 days, number one. Number two, I knocked out prepping for this webinar for you today in less than an hour, okay? When it comes to content creation, I know what I need to do. I'm literally right now in Florida. We came to Florida a couple of days ago. First started off in Orlando. We hung out at Disney Springs. I have family in Orlando, so we had some fun for Christmas. Then we literally came to Fort Lauderdale, which is where I am right now, hanging out with my mama. And then me, my mama, and my mini-me are going to go on a 3-day cruise to the Bahamas in a couple of days. So I got a lot going on, okay? Creating systems where in between stuff that I'm doing with my family, I can hang out with y'all. I can do a live training with you today. I can create a webinar. I can create a book. Baby, it's the FAST for me. I've created a system to fast FAST. Use my formulas, automation systems, and templates to fast create content. I always say we all have superpowers, okay? And mine is knowing how to QC, quickly create quality content, and I want to be able to have the time to support you when it comes to doing just that, okay? Tons of content. Yes, I see Tasha says I got tons of content. Trust me. If you want to either get better at creating your content, organizing your content, or delivering your content to your audience, setting up systems that are going to work for you, that is key. So do you need a content creation system? Do you need a time management system, right? I'm gonna be honest with you, right? So I packed a whole suitcase of stuff for this cruise, but I don't know what I'm wearing. So I got to pack the again. I got to pack today. I have to go out and do some shopping, some groceries, because while I'm in Florida, I always buy some stuff that I can take back home to North Carolina. I got a whole lot of stuff to do. So being able to do two, not one, but two live sessions with y'all today, go run errands, pack for my cruise, being able to strategically work on your time management is something you need to do, right? I even, to be honest with you, I worked on some videos as well, which scroll through some of these things here. Social media. I uploaded a video that I did yesterday. I did an 8-minute video yesterday, right? I uploaded that to YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram earlier this morning. So do you have a process for creating your content for social media? Do you have a process for onboarding? My clients who are in my 12-month program or in my accelerator program, I have processes to onboard them. You could literally sign up today. And in between all the things, automatically I'm like, welcome to the Insider Circle. Here's your program, Essentials, and I know how to move you forward. So there are quite a few email marketing, customer acquisition, lead generation systems that I want you to consider. What do you have? What do you want to start up? What do you want to step up? Okay? So these are some questions I want you to think about today. I need a time management system. I need to stick to implementation work sessions. Okay, see, that's great, right? We got to get clear about what you need. And then also, if you do have systems already, we got to get clear about how to make those existing systems better, how to make those missing systems existing, right? Create what you don't have, improve what you do have, okay? Those are key for me. So far, I shared just a few on the screen. Time, for example. Example systems, or let me say this. Example essential systems, right? 3 of 21. So far, we mentioned content creation. That's a big one for a lot of people. Time management, that's another one, or management. And I talked about social media marketing. I mean, there's a lot more. Customer acquisition. I think I've talked about email marketing system, lead generation system. There are quite a few, okay? But these are some to look into. As I mentioned, I have something called Solid Systems and Sales, and this is something that we're going to be doing every single month in the Insider Circle. If you're not in there, I highly recommend you join us there, okay? Now, the last thing that I'm going to do is talk to you a little bit about self-publishing, okay, and some things that you can do here. We're going to go through session 2 a little bit later, but again, I got a ton of stuff to do in the middle of today. Time management is important, and I'm sure you got things to do. I always say a Sunday well spent brings a week full of content, so you can have some time in between the day to do what you need to do, plus come back and check in with me when we do part 2 a little bit later today, okay? If you are curious and you're listening to the replay and you want to join us, you want to join the program, you can always email me, LaShonda@citizensense.com, or go over to citizensense.com/success to review what I got for you and or sending me a voice message, okay? Just in case you're listening on the replay side and you're like, oh, I want to get to part 2 because I did this part 9 a.m. and then I'm going to do part 2 later today at 9 p.m., okay? So, all right, let's do this last part for this morning, and then I'm going to wrap up because my mama made breakfast, and I need to eat my mama's breakfast while I can get my fill in before I go back home, right? Being mama's baby is the greatest feeling of all. So 3 for me is self-publishing, right? So books build businesses. Do you have or would you like to create many books, right? Is that something that you want to do? Digital, print, both, right? This is something that I want you to think about. Now, I'm going to share. I did the Write the Book Boss 5-Day Challenge. I shared 7 different mini book styles, and literally we went through at least 5 types per style for a total of 35. So I'm going to do the Write the Book Challenge pretty much every single month with my audience. So if you're in the Insider Circle program or you join, every month we're going to work on mini book projects, 12 books over the course of 12 months, okay? But I'm going to share 3 of them with you here today. Now, the first one, let's talk about example mini book ideas, okay? So looking forward to it. Love it, love it. The first one, I'm so glad that you guys are looking forward to the book challenge. The first one that I'm going to give you is a challenge mini book, okay? So one really solid book type that you can create is an activity book. And there are lots of different types of activities that you can offer to your audience. Literally, this one here, right? My Build Your Best Business Boss. And by the way, I have pretty much, where'd it go? It disappeared. Okay. I have a whole set of templates, okay? So if you decide you want to do the Success Plan series, you do get the 5-day challenge in there, the Write the Book challenge, and I have a ton of templates that I want to share, okay? Being able to create a challenge, there are lots of ways you can do it. I mentioned to you just a minute ago that one of the things that I like to do is create audio, A, audio content, B, books, and C, challenges. This is a combination of all 3. Okay? It's a challenge, and I'm giving it to you in the form of a book, but that book also includes audios that you can listen to. So this is like the trifecta for me, okay? Do you want to create an activity book for your audience? The first project that we're going to do over the course of 12 months in the Insider Circle is a challenge book, okay? And every month as I go through, I'm going to be creating new templates, right? So this is a variation of my standard book template, and it's got sections in here that are pretty cool, like being able to create your audios, record them, and then have them in this document. So if somebody's like, oh, I want to learn more about self-publishing, and they click on that button, it's going to take them over to Dropbox to listen to that audio, which is pretty cool. I like to record my audios, send them up onto the internet, and then my audience could listen. How you record your content, how you deliver your content, where you upload your stuff. These are all things that a lot of people stress about. They don't know what to do, right? So content creation systems, self-publishing, these are things that are important to your development as an entrepreneur, all right? So if you're with me, make sure that you're either in the circle or you upgrade your access to the circle, because outside of the monthly mastermind, 12 books in 12 months, if you need one-on-one calls with me, or honestly, If you need me to just do some of this stuff for you, those resources and opportunities are available to you as part of the Citizen Insider Circle program experience, okay? So let's go back to this document. Creating a challenge mini book. That's the first project I'm going to do with those of you in the Insider Circle 12-month program, right? Because we're going to do different projects every month. You can do the same ones if you want to, but I want to share some awesome different ones with you, okay? So would you like to not only create a challenge, but develop your own print book to be able to share that, print and or digital book, to be able to share that challenge with your audience, number one, okay? The next thing that I want to do is talk to you about two other types of books that you can produce, okay? And these ones you can do relatively quickly. Like I said, when I talk about developing mini books, these are books that you can produce anywhere between 3 hours to up to 3 days. Hey, I see Regina is in the virtual building. If you're coming on in here, I just want to say you can unlock this prep guide that I've got on the screen by simply going over to citizensense.com/success. You can download this guide. You can activate the full challenge because this is the prep. We're just prepping for the 5-day challenge, okay? And you can learn more about the Setup for Success series that I've created for you, okay? So, number 2, can you or do you want to create a motivational mini book for your audience, okay? So we've got the challenge mini book. We've got the motivational mini book number 2. Let me share one that I created as part of the challenge with you. All right. So I've done the Write the Book Challenge twice so far. And again, now that we're moving into the new year, I'm going to do them once every quarter, but then do the 12 books in 12 months project with those of you in my Insider Circle. That challenge, I created this motivational mini book, and I showed how you can quickly do this in literally as little as one day, right? A couple hours in one day. So this is like a sneak peek version of this, the full version, and it is basically motivational messages for women entrepreneurs and space for them to not only reflect, but also to get poured into. So I'm pouring into them. I've got motivational quotes like this one: the only way to fail is to quit. And then I have daily space for them to explore the motivational message of the day along with a writing prompt, okay? Again, this is a template from my book template that's in the Write the Book Challenge, and you can start the Write the Book Challenge as part of the success plan. It's in there, okay? Success doesn't come from perfect moments. It comes from showing up even when you don't feel ready. Progress often begins in moments of uncertainty and doubt, yet consistency transforms hesitation into achievement. What's one small step you can take today despite not feeling ready? Okay? Whether you feel like you've got all the time in the world or time is running out, I wanted you to be able to figure out how to move forward step by step, day by day, which is why I created the challenge, right? And not just creating the Setup for Success challenge, but the Write the Book challenge, 2 5-day challenges with the same purpose of creating short spurts of time for you to intentionally move forward with your vision. So you could do the same thing for your audience, right? Creating challenges, number 1, but offering motivation, number 2. Another thing that you can do. Last one is a playbook mini book. And I think I've given you a free version of both of these, to be honest with you. So here's the deal. One of the things I talked about in the challenge is that this is a 20-pager, and I think the full version of this particular book, it's an ebook, but it's a print book, is about 86 pages, right? So I first create the main book, and then I create a mini version. So with our 5-day challenge, there's a 100-pager and a 50-pager. With this motivational book, there's an 86-plus pager, or the freebie version, which is 20 pages. Some of y'all go, I need to create lead magnets. I need to market my stuff, but you don't know what to create. Create the paid offer, then create the free offer that links to the paid offer. Some of y'all are creating lead magnets that link to nothing. So there's no proper sales funnel system. Having a sales funnel system, you need that, number one. And number two, there's no clear connection between the things that you give away for free and the things that you want to generate money, right? Again, all part of the process of getting better at solutions, getting better at self-publishing, getting better at systems, all things that I want you to be able to do, okay? Now, the last one that I'm going to share with you as far as book project ideas, let me grab that real quick. Now, this is another mini book that I want to share with you, okay? And it's called $10 Book to $1,000 Profits, the smart way to create mini books that attract paying customers and high-ticket clients. First of all, let me say this. I just showed you 3 books, right? I'm a real talk. These are all books that I developed and produced inside the Write the Book 5-Day Challenge. Again, I've done 2 of those so far, and we're going to be working on these every single month. This does not have to be hard, but it does have to happen. Okay? It does have to be hard, but you do have to work on these things strategically. Now, what I did for this one, the playbook is where you go, I have a signature solution. I have a special way of doing things, and I'm going to break that way down for you. In that book, I talk about how I create mini books, how I create low-ticket offers, specifically $10 offers, and then turn those $10 books into $1,000 high-ticket products and attract high-ticket clients, right? So whether you want to share your solutions in a book or a challenge, these are 3 types of mini books that you could potentially work on, okay? And let me know, just based on what we're talking about today. Again, I don't know if I said this enough. We're just prepping. I'm just giving you a taste of what I want to share with you inside of the 5-day Build Your Best Business Challenge, okay? Now, the challenge, it's not available on its own. You unlock the challenge as part of the Success Plan series. If you want to just get the Success Plan series, you can. But to be honest with you, best solution, make sure you're in my Scissors and Circle Insider program so that outside of just working with me for 5 days, you got 365 days inside the Scissors and Circle so we can dig into these 5 parts in more detail, okay? So let's do this. Number 1, let's do a quick recap of what we talked about so far. Let's wrap up. And then, friendly reminder, I do plan on hosting a second session later on today at 9 p.m. EST. So whether you catch it live or on the replay side, I want you to be able to hang out with me, work on prepping your Build Your Best Business 5-day challenge, okay? So if you're looking to work on your products, increasing your profits, getting better at consistency, productivity, especially going from end of year to new year, this is what we've got to prepare. Working on your solutions, systems, self-publishing, and your subscriptions. So I'm going to go back to our presentation. As I mentioned before, my goal was for you to explore the 5-point plan in more detail. I don't want it to be this thing where you're like, what's that? What's that about? I want you to know this 5-point plan like the back of your hand, man, right? Especially my clients, or maybe you're just new to me and you're like, man, you know, I want success to be my reality. I want the new year to be my next best winning season. There's so many things I could do online. I need structure. I need something streamlined. I need something that can strip down all the overwhelm and get me to where I need to be. This, for me, is simplicity. Of all the things that I can share with you, 5 things that you can strategically do. Work on better solutions, systems, self-publishing, subscriptions, and sign-ups, right? And then if you decide to unlock the full Success Plan series, we'll talk a little bit more about what I do. One of the last things that I did in the Success Plan series was pull back the curtain and say, hey, here's a screenshot of one of my e-commerce platforms, because I use several platforms. One of them is Samcart. This is a screenshot from Samcart. I use ConvertKit. Well, now it's called Kit, but Acuity's schedule thing, Shopify. I use a lot of different e-commerce platforms for different reasons we're not going to go into today. But specifically when it comes to Samcart, I pulled back that curtain, said here's what the last 30 days, well, 90 days looked like, over $30,000 in sales. Let's talk about how you can mirror my processes so that you can work on getting better with building your best business with ease, right? Getting better at building your best business with ease using my signature SistaSense processes. The complete stick to the plan, success and sales plan is in that Setup for Success full series, because there are several videos and resources in the series. The 5-day challenge that we're doing right now, that we're prepping, is just a bonus, okay? It's like icing on the cake. Your plan, your profit, and your projects. As part of that, I talk about some of my favorite types of projects you should be working on. Starter projects like ebooks, print books, audiobooks. Step-up projects like this is the perfect time of year to be thinking about you preparing maybe a program or a micro challenge, a mini challenge for your audience. That's something that I've been doing. You see it. Literally, I'm doing a micro challenge with you guys right now, right? So step up. Work on creating quick win opportunities to introduce people to the things that you've created, especially if you have courses or programs. Challenges, really great things that you can do. Then again, also tapping into sustainability, creating simple subscription programs, or thinking about not just the low-ticket digital products that you can produce, but solid premium high-ticket offers. At the start of the year, one of the first things that I say to my clients, especially those who come out and hang out with me here in North Carolina, is think about your highest ticket offer. Think about the highest that you charge, triple it. Triple it. Work on triple Xing your success and stepping up your game with more premium offers, offering those things to your audience. So I've been telling you guys that right now, my highest ticket is $10,000, right? Whether it be my highest ticket VIP Insider Circle experience or accelerator, $10,000 is my highest ticket right now. I'm about to go to $30,000 going into next year, right? So first of all, opportunities expire. So whatever I got at the low, you might want to lock in now before they go from 10 to 30, okay? But I say that to say, working on your low ticket, but also your premium high ticket, these are all things you need to strategically do when it comes to your profit potential and revenue, okay? So let's wrap this puppy up. Friendly reminder, I do want you to work on your next best steps with me, getting community, accountability, support, and direction from yours truly. You can either just sign up for the Success Plan and get instant access to that experience at sistasense.com/success. Yes, but if you do want more, 5 days with me is great. But as you can see, there's a lot that I want to share. 12 months is even better. Learn more about the Insider Circle 12-month experience at sistasense.com/ICP so I can work with you when it comes to your systems, solutions, self-publishing, sign-up, sales, all the things, all right? Outside of that, check in if you have questions. You can always email me, LaShonda@sistasense.com, lhenry@sistasense.com. You can call me and or join us over at firestarters.sistasense.com. That's my Facebook book group, #1. For daily direction and support, you can pretty much find me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, all the things at SistaSense, okay? So I'm going to check the chat just to see if you have any final questions or comments that you would like to share with me. And then friendly reminder, we're going to do part 2 of today's training at 9 p.m. EST. Hopefully you get to join me live, but awesome if you think about catching me on the replays side. So how do I get the other 2 mini books? The free versions are inside of this document. I think I have one of them but I'll put the other one in here, okay? If you want the other versions, email me, sistersense at gmail.com or LaShonda at sistersense.com, whichever email you got. I do have one of the ebooks here. I think I will add the second one when I wrap up this session, but great question. If it's the free ones you want. The full versions, to be honest with you, I have in the Insider Circle program, you get access to my whole book library, okay? So if you are in the Insider Circle program at the Focus, let's see, what levels? There's Focus, Clarity, Momentum, VIP. If you're in the program at any of those levels, you have my full book library. If you can't find it, just check in. I'll show you where to go. And then all the Sister Sense books that I've put together to help you with your business, they're great just for examples if you're visual and you want to see the kind of books you can produce for your brand based on what I've produced for mine. But if you just kind of want them for yourself, that's another thing to do. One of the things that we're definitely going to do in more detail is we're going to work on not just digital but print. So I will share with you guys printing, my favorite platforms, because some of my books are available at sistersense.shop, but I've been making so many of these new books, I have to upload them to the shop. So if you wanted to order the print versions, you could, okay? So you can order my print version, sistersense.shop, or I will be uploading new ones there, number one. But more importantly, number two, I'll be sharing the book library of all my books, plus how you can build your book library and develop your books inside the Insider Circle at the Focus, Clarity, Momentum, or VIP level. So make sure, I cannot express that enough. When you go to sistersense.com/ICP, you will see what you get at every level of the program. So if you do want access to my monthly systems and sales calls, if you want access to the 12 books in 12 months experience, you've got to be at one of the levels of that experience, okay? All right. So that's what I need to do for my book, The Financial Reset Plan. Ooh, I missed that. What do you need to do? I missed that point. I already have completed Self-Leadership Workbook. The mini book. Okay, got you. I want to create a mental toughness mini book. Okay, so you've got in mind several of the types of mini books that you want to produce. Okay, awesome. Definitely check in with me privately if you have questions, thoughts, or you're looking for something that you cannot find here. I'll make sure that I share more resources here just so that they're accessible to you in this prep guide. And then, of course, friendly reminder, this prep guide has a breakdown of the 5 core areas just to kind of get you started, as well as space for you to brainstorm your questions, challenges, ideas, and to think about the different types of profit projects you want to develop either within the next 30 to 90 days or throughout the duration of next year, okay? So there's a lot of resources in here for you just to get you prepped and started, number one, and then, of course, ready to go full steam ahead into the challenge, number 2. Thank y'all so much for joining me live on this pop-up session today. Enjoy the replay, and we'll do parts 2 at a little bit later today at 9 p.m. EST, again, with yours truly, okay? So remember, to help you get clear, this experience right here is about working on building your best business. So I'm like, listen, if I was you and I was looking to work on increasing my profits, looking to work on increasing my revenue, my progress, and my productivity, this 5-day challenge is key, right? This 5-day challenge is key. So alrighty, my dears, I'll see you on the flip side. Check in with me privately if you need anything else. Until the next one, go forth and continue to create your amazing. Mwah. Bye.